Immerse yourself in the profound insights offered by Father Chuck Belmonte as he delves into daily reflections on various gospel passages from the Bible.
September 6th, Friday. Why did Nathanael believe in Jesus? In John's Gospel, we find the puzzling scene of Nathanael coming to accept Jesus as the Messiah, based on seemingly little evidence. Nathanael is approached by his friend Philip, who says, "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." Nathanael responds, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" He is skeptical that the humble backwater village of Nazareth could be the place where the long-awaited Messiah comes from. However, he agrees to meet with Jesus. As he approaches, Jesus declares, "Behold an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile." Nathanael, surprised, asks, "How do you know me?" Here comes the cryptic part. Jesus seems to sidestep the question and says, "Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you." Instead of asking for more clarification, Nathanael responds with a statement of faith, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God, you are the King of Israel." Perhaps Nathanael is stunned that Jesus miraculously knows that he was standing under a fig tree, and this divine sign is enough to convince him that Jesus is the Messiah. Perhaps, but it seems insufficient. Jesus' words have resonated with Nathanael on a deeper level. The clue lies in what Philip told Nathanael. "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote." Nathanael begins to realize that Jesus has connected Old Testament texts in a way that identifies him as the Savior of Israel. Nathanael is particularly familiar with the prophecies of Zechariah. Thus, he knows that during the promised time of renewal, people will invite their neighbors under their vine and fig tree. He knows he was standing under a fig tree when Philip invited him, and he is amazed by Jesus' miraculous knowledge of that event. But what seals the deal for Nathanael is Jesus' invocation of the Old Testament prophecy pointing to the coming Messiah. Nathanael also knows that Jesus comes from Nazareth. In the Zechariah prophecy, new life will spring from the land of God's people, a land that had been left barren and desolate after Babylon destroyed Jerusalem. Similarly, in Nathanael's time, new life will come from the least expected place, the lowly town of Nazareth. Additionally, Nathanael may have Isaiah in mind, with the promise that spiritual renewal will come from the branch, Netzah, hence the name Nazareth. In a moment of spiritual insight, Nathanael realizes that the Nazarene standing before him is the Lord's anointed one. To conclude the passage, there is another allusion to the patriarch Jacob when Jesus essentially says, "You haven't seen anything yet. Truly, truly, I say to you, you will see heaven opened, and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man." This refers to Jacob's ladder vision described in Genesis. By invoking this imagery, Jesus dramatically places himself at the center of the Old Testament as the Son of God and Son of Man, revealing himself to be the one mediator between God and men, who has come into the world so that the gates of heaven may be open to all who believe. Excerpts from Clement Harold.
I would be delighted to extend an invitation to you once again tomorrow for another insightful reflection on the Gospel by Father Belmonte.